Hey everyone, this is Dave Evans here with another quick tip for CompuShow. Recently, Arnaldo posted a video on queuing scenes, and this really kind of changed the way um, that I organize my shows, and it's been a great help. So if you haven't watched this yet, definitely take the time to check it out. Basically, what it does is it allows you to pre-select switches, um, and then basically hit a button on your controller, whether it's play or enter or whatever, and then all those switches would execute together. So again, if you haven't watched it, you definitely want to check it out. One of the limitations, though, on that is each page will only allow you to select one switch at a time. If you see, as I'm going through this, I can't select my shutter chaser and my color effects. If you watch this tab up here, you can't have more than one at a time. So if on a certain fixture you wanted to select a gobo, a color, and a movement, pre-select those and then hit enter and have everything execute at once, you weren't able to do that. Arnaldo posted another follow-up video which walks you through a possible solution with that using profile segmenting, and that again is a great way of accomplishing this. And actually, it's would be kind of the preferred method um, if you were starting a new show or had new fixtures you want to add. However, I wanted to present an alternate approach. This definitely isn't quite as efficient. It's more of a hack. But if you had fixtures that you already had a significant amount of programming for, this gives you a way to accomplish basically the same thing that segmenting your profiles would do, but it allows you to keep that original fixture page. The downside of it is it does eat up some DMX channels that you're basically going to be using as a placeholder. I kind of consider this a virtual fixture concept. So I'll walk you through it, and hopefully this will all make more sense. So to start it off, I'm going to be doing this for my Chauvet Intimidator scans, and I'm going to focus on the Gobo channel. So we come here to the Gobo channel. Now there's two ways that you can do this. You can either copy this and create it as another mode for this fixture, or what I like to do is actually create a new fixture that I save in my generic fixture folders. So and the reason is that I do it this way is because of how these things act in the visualizer, and I'll go over that in just a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and copy this Gobo channel, and now I'll create a new item. Here again, gonna go into colored objects, pick that, and pick neon. This is only because of how I want this to act in the easy view visualizer, and we'll get to that in just a bit. Go ahead and hit OK, and now let me go back and copy this again. Copy. We're going to go ahead and paste it. So you see I have all of my gobos and those presets all defined just like it was on the original fixture. So we'll go ahead and save this. I'm going to save it in my generic, and I've already created it, but I'll save it again here as my Intimidator Gobo. So go ahead and save that. So now this is how you kind of pull all this together. I still have my Intimidator. Oh, this is the barrel. I have my Intimidator scan here. It has all my original programming, my colors, some movements, whatever. All of that remains intact. I don't need to change anything there. But I'm going to create a new page now. I save that in my generic Intimidator Gobo. We'll go through here, and I'm going to patch just one of these. Now this is where you have to do a little bit of planning and decide how you want to do this. I have 4 of these scanners. 99% of the time all of my gobos are going to match. So I only need one, I only need to use one channel. However, I also apply this technique to the dimmer for dimmer chases, and there obviously each light I want to be able to have a a different value. So I take up four channels, um, or I would do four number of fixtures. But again, since this is gobo, I'm just going to say one fixture because I only need one unique gobo across all of my fixtures. So I'm going to patch that in at 508. And this is, this is the downside of my approach, is it does burn these channels, but the upside is I don't have to go and reprogram any of the things I previously had for my scanners. So I'll go ahead and patch it. All right, so now I have this new page. Now this is, if you remember, I have this on DMX channel 508, but I want it to control the appropriate DMX channel on my Intimidator scans, what their original channels were. So I'll come to this page, go to Settings, Patch, and what I'll do here is I'll make a note of what channel that gobo is on for each light. So in the first one, it's on 199. Second one, it's on 210. The third one, it's on 301. And the last one, it's on 312. So I can go ahead and close that out. Now on this new page that I created to control the gobo, what I do is here I come into Page Settings, go to Patch, and then right here on this dimmer, I'll double click here. And now what this allows you to do is map another DMX channel to this channel. So I'm going to go in here and add each of those. So the address, the first one, the gobo channel is on 199. It's the universe 1. Go add the second one. Third one, which was on 301. And the fourth one was on 312. All right, so now I have all four of those fixtures, their gobo channel, matched or linked to this new fixture page I created on channel 508. So anytime I pick a gobo over here, although it's sending it on DMX channel 508, it's also sending that same value to 199, 210, 301, and 312, which channels which were on my original fixture and what the actual physical fixture is running on. So what that allows me to do, and like I said, I'm just demonstrating it with the gobo. You could do this for other channels. I've done it for the dimmer as well. So now to demo all this, I'm going to go ahead into my easy view, and this is where we'll see, if you remember in the beginning I set these fixture types to be neon. Depending what your settings are, you can see here that I have it says the patch has changed because it's pulling that new information. What I do is I actually don't patch any of them. I ignore it. But if you did want to patch the light, if you picked the Intimidator gobo, this is what I had. If we pick that, all you would see is a neon bar show up for that fixture in easy view, of which you could then drag behind the stage that you didn't see it. If I had made it as another mode on my Intimidator scan, and I included it, we would actually get another Intimidator scan fixture showing up in easy view. So that's, there's no wrong or right way. It's just personal preference. And like I said here, I'm not even going to patch this here because we really don't need it, and CompuShow is going to send that value to the Intimidator scan fixtures on their actual channels anyway. So go ahead and cancel out of this. Okay, if you see now, just to demo this, I just have my scanners in a static position with this kind of swirly gobo in a magenta color. I'm going to go ahead here, and on my master page I'll pick, I'm just going to select, and I have my right mouse click button set up for select rather than activate. So I'm going to select my movement. I'm going to go to the scanner page itself, because remember I kept that original programming. I'll pick my new color of green, and now I'm going to go to my new gobo page, and I'll select my new gobo. So I have all those selected. This is all the same fixture. Movement I have on my master page, color I have on the original fixture page, and then the gobo I have on this virtual fixture page. But now I'll go back to my console. I'll hit my play button, which I have mapped for enter. Oh, actually, that brings me back to a good point. I have to go, and on this play button, I have to go and map that. I have to map the scanner here. So let me copy this guy, paste it. I'm gonna go in and change my page to my Intimidator gobo, and as you can see, it's going to activate whatever that selected button is. So close that. Let me go back in, and I need to do it from my master page as well. So we'll go ahead and copy that, paste it, pick my master page. Alright, so let's try this again. So I'm going to go here, and I'll pick my movement. So you can see it's phase circles up there. I'm going to go ahead and pick another color. We'll pick red. And now we'll go back to my gobos, and we'll pick this flower shape. And if I go back to my console, hit my play button, you'll see the movement started, the color changed, and my gobo changed all at one time. So just recapping again, Arnaldo's video where he posted up actually segmenting your profiles, that is by far the best approach. You don't waste extra channels. It's just an overall probably a cleaner implementation. But this just gives you an alternative if you don't want to go back and recreate those original fixtures. You just want to add a little bit of flexibility onto existing programming, and kind of get you going with this concept of queuing up all your switches and executing them all at once. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and thanks again.